Hello and welcome to our webinar about mindfulness with myself, Daniel, and my colleague, Jennifer. Please take a moment to have a look at the first slide we've got there, and it tells you what we will be going through today. Okay, there's lots of different ways of looking at mindfulness. We'll be going through a couple today and with a couple of short videos as well. And hopefully that'll give you the impetus to explore the subject a bit more widely as well.
I will begin by explaining what mindfulness is. So mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. That means pay attention to what is happening right now, your thought, your emotions, your body, and your surrounding, without judging anything as good or bad. Many times our mind goes to the past and the future. So we think, what happened? Or as well, what could happen? But mindfulness helps us to come back to the present moment. It helps us to feel calm, more focused, and more in control. When we are mindful, we are not trying to stop our thoughts. We're just learning to notice them as they come and go, like a cloud passing in the sky.
So focusing on your present space, we'll look at a few key elements. You can note down some of these elements in your space. Being aware of your environment, the smells, sounds, and the temperature. Awareness of your breath, focusing on breathing. Short, long, deep, shallow breaths. Awareness of your physical sensations. Focus on your body. Are you feeling tired, relaxed? Is there some tension, or are you feeling grounded?
So now let's take a moment to talk about our thoughts. Sometimes one small thought can turn into a whole story in our minds. We start thinking about the past and worry about the future, and suddenly we are not in the present anymore. So that is totally normal. It happens to everyone, and our minds are always thinking. But mindfulness helps us notice these thoughts without getting lost in them. So we can see them as just thoughts. They come and go, as we say before. Our thoughts are no facts. Okay. So, yeah, have you ever start with one thought and then your mind went to many other things? For example, you think, I make a mistake at work. And then another thought, my manager will be disappointed. And then another thought, I'm not good at this. And you start feeling stress. So how did you feel? How that make you feel? What emotions and sensation did you experience while your mind keep going from one thought to another? Did you feel stressful, overwhelming, tired? In mindfulness, we try to notice when this happens without judging ourselves. So it's a gentle return to the present moment.
Thank you. And we'll look at some grounding techniques. These techniques are designed to help you notice your thoughts and feelings as they happen. Help create a pause and notice unhelpful thoughts. We can choose to change our perspective. A grounding technique can be done purposefully to focus your attention on the present.
And now we talk about compassionate mindfulness. So mindfulness is not just about awareness. It's also about how we treat ourselves. When someone we care about is struggling, we offer kindness and support, right? But when we struggle, we are often critical or hard on ourselves. So compassionate mindfulness means offering the same kindness to ourselves. It's about being gentle with our thoughts and feelings when things are tough. So we are kind with ourselves and we can feel less stress and face life with more calm and understanding.
Indeed. And totally, we are often our own worst critics, and sometimes hard to take your own advice,
Yeah,
but we'd like to look at being kind to yourself, which is
yes.
often spoken about as self-care. So please take the time just to have a look at our short video about being kind to yourself.
And now we want to talk about a new technique that is called the five sense. So this is a simple grounding technique that probably you hear about and is bring your attention to the present using your five sense. So we start by noticing five things that you can see. So take a moment to spot five things that is in your environment. Then, four things that you can hear. Close your eyes and listen to the ambient noise around you. Three things that you can feel. Concentrate on your sense of touch to further ground yourself. Two things you can smell. Take a deep breath and identify two things that smell around you. And one thing you can taste. Focus on your sense of taste. So this technique is a great way to calm your mind and reconnect with your body, especially when you are feeling overwhelmed and anxious.
Thank you. So we'll go into a short video again now. The video is about box breathing, which is another technique. But before moving into this exercise, I would like to just make a quick note that if you do have any breathing difficulties or asthma, please do go at your own pace um, and continue to be mindful. Thank you. as you can see with the advice at the end there, you can do this with just 5 to 10 minutes each day.
Yeah, that was a really nice video. So we move to another short guide visualization video. At this time, in this time, we are going to use our imaginations to bring ourselves into a peaceful mental space. This technique helps to calm the mind, lower stress, and give your body a chance to relax. So it's really useful tool when you need a mental break. So while you are listening this video, let it be your moment of calm, okay?
I invite you to place yourself in a relaxed seated position. Close your eyes or avert your gaze to a spot in the room. Take a deep breath in, allowing your natural breath to come through your nostrils, hit the back of your throat, and exit your mouth. Just allow yourself to breathe in whatever way is natural for you. Breathing in and out. Noticing the change in temperature of your breath as it enters your nose, hits the back of your throat, and exhales. In and out. I invite you to look and imagine in the distance a wooden pathway with a sandy beach up ahead. You begin to take steps towards the sandy beach, beginning to feel the cool, powdery sand underneath your feet. The smell of salt water begins to fill your nose and lungs, and you feel the warm air of the sun hit the top of your head. You walk ahead and notice in the distance a towel. You might choose to sit down and gaze out onto the horizon, noticing how the sun glistens on the top of the water. Beautiful blue and aqua. And you hear the rush of the waves as they crash on the shore and then recede back out to sea. You allow yourself to look far off into the horizon, imagining what's off in the distance, and enjoying the sparkle of the sun on the beautiful water, feeling a cool breeze and the warmth of the sun against the top of your head and shoulders. You begin to feel more and more relaxed, more at peace. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling. Feeling the sand between your toes. It's soft, soothing. And with another deep breath in, you begin to stand up, taking one last look at the water, the sparkling of the sun as it glistens on the top of it. And as you turn, you see a seagull flying ahead. You're feeling more refreshed, more alert, and more at peace. And as you make your way off the beach and towards the wooden path, remember that this place is always here for you. A place to rejuvenate, a place to relax, and a place to restore.
And our last one, mindful movement. And it's about paying attention to how your body feels while you are moving. Instead of rushing and focus on the outcomes, we slow down and notice each movement, how the body feels, how your breath flows. It's not about doing it perfect. It's about being present and kind to yourself as you move. So can you practice mindful movement while you are walking and when you are stretching, even do the daily task? Just bring your full attention to it.
Thank you. So, just to recap, today we've covered mindfulness, awareness of your present space. We've looked at grounding techniques, compassionate mindfulness. And I think that looked at, being kind to ourselves, self-care, the five senses, box breathing, and finally we did look at mindful movement. Thank you.
Thank you.